Alrighty, guys. So this whole camshaft issue is not going to go away anytime soon, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. Stop repair leads to catastrophic failure, I'm afraid. But we'll find out. I got to dig into this to see. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, what do we do? So I'm going to start this thing up and let you guys come to the conclusion of what you think it could be. Then we're going to tear it apart and find out exactly what it is. But God, this is so irritating. Companies putting out crap product and expecting everybody to pay top price for stuff like this to happen. So we got a 2022. This is a dump truck. It's a company truck. Uh, we're on a cab chassis, and yeah, I'm going to stop right there. We only got 33,000 miles on this engine too, by the way. So let me flip the camera around, start the truck up, and you guys decide. All right, so that's the best that my phone mount is going to do at this point. I hope it doesn't shake too much while we start this up, but let's see what you guys think. So hold on. You can hear it ticking. You can hear it popping back up through the intake. My guess is we've got major rocker arm failure. Um, Let me get this thing torn apart and we'll go from there. So as you heard, we have a lot going on with this one. It's pretty ugly, but oh gosh, crap parts. Anyway, I'll give you an update here in a few when we figure it out. All right, so we're getting a little bit closer to figuring out what's going on here. What I have is my trusty starter button rigged up so I don't have to turn the key to or push the button to start. One on the dash anyway. I can push this button to crank the motor over. Now, all of the rocker arms except for that number 6 exhaust are working. So watch this. Number 6 exhaust is not turning at all. Right there, pop back through the intake. So I will get some valve train components tore apart, and I suspect we have a lifter failure. I'll end up having to pull the oil pan to verify that and to make sure that it didn't break the block. And let me show you what I mean by that. Hold on. Get off there. All right. What I mean by breaking the block, here is a brand new lifter. One of the roller lifters out of these Cummins. That little flag right there that you see my thumb on has to ride in a channel in the lifter board. As that lifter goes up and down off of the cam lobe, this keeps it from rotating. My suspicion is that the needle bearings have failed in the roller and the lifter has come down and rotated. And if it did rotate and that cam came back around on that lobe, this is no longer in the groove and it breaks the block or massively scores it, distorts it, or whatever, causing to where we have to replace the engine block. So I will get valve train components tore apart and then possibly have to pull the oil pan so that I can look up from the bottom to see what's going on. So we'll keep you apprised on that. And here's another side note. This right here is a brand new lifter. See if you can see this. There's already play in those needle bearings. Junk. So I'll keep you posted, so hold on tight. Okay, so we have a couple things here I want to show you. You heard me mention in another video about using the push rods to do a pull test to see what shape possibly that the lifter is in. Let me see if I can show you this. So we're seated into the lifter, and because of the oil, you end up with a suction, and you can lift up, and you can feel that the lifter is still attached, and it's coming up in that bore. Now, there, let it release there, but let's push it down on the oil again. And then when we lift up, see how much I'm able to lift that up before it pops off? That's almost a ½ inch. Now let me show you what another one does. I'll just pick any one of these random ones here. So let's go right here. Now if I lift up, that is all I get before it pops off. And that is just the difference in the bore, okay? So what we're seeing there is it's actually, it feels like the roller has totally wiped off of that lifter and it's sitting all the way down on the camshaft. It's probably grounded all the way down. But here's the other thing I want to show you. If you notice that push rod, how wore out it is, that one's wore out. The intake one for number 6 is wore out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 push rods that are wore out. But I want to show you something else that this one did that I haven't seen yet. So hold on a sec. Let me get that back out of there. Come on. There you go, girl. Okay, so this is that push rod out. Now, what I was talking about, what I haven't seen before, is this is the cylinder in question, number 6 exhaust, and the cup that the push rod sits in. Watch this. Look at how it totally buries in there. It has worn out this cup right here so bad. Let me show you what it looks like in just any other cup with the same wore out push rod. You put it in there, and it's like that. You can see that there's quite a bit more extrusion. But let's look at the other end. This end is the one that sits down in the lifter, and it's good. You see how much is showing on that versus the one that is absolutely just demolished in here? And it got stuck in there. So when I was trying to pull out this rocker arm, it was stuck. I had to reach in there with both hands to get it to separate. So we've got a good 3/16 of an inch of penetration it's not supposed to have. Plus the wiped out lifter. This one's going to be a bad deal. So anyway, it's going to be another day or two before I get back to it, but I'll share with you guys what I find, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the one where we had severely worn rocker arms and push rods, and I showed you that where we ended up having 10 out of the 12 push rods were just absolutely demolished, and we also had all rocker arms just demolished, but we also had a collapsed lifter. Now, let me show you that. It's in the box already. Getting ready to go back for parts, for warranty return. But let me pull out this here lifter. There she is. So let me get her out of the box really quick. Hey, hold on just a sec. Here, come hold this for me. Hey, look who we got showed up. There's JB. All right, so hold on. So I talked to you guys a lot about this one, and this is the lifter in question. Now, you should not be able to push that in that easily. So this truck ended up getting a new lifter. I did have to pull the camshaft out, of course, and I didn't show any of that video, but it is what it is. You know, you can only watch me take apart these front timing housings so many times and pull camshafts out before you're like, God, does this guy do anything else? But whatever. So I did put a new lifter in it, and I just got done putting all new push rods and rocker arms back in it. So while we got JB here to hold this, I'm going to start it up so you can hear the difference from before to now. So hold on. No more miss, no more popping back up through the intake manifold. The engine's running smooth. She's happy again. So again, this was all covered under warranty, and it's a work truck, so they're not going to go for the Hamilton cam swap. It is what it is. Sometimes we have to stick crap parts back in these engines, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to get this all stitched together for you guys so we can get out to you. I want to thank you for watching. Hit the like, comment, and share, and all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.